Hello, welcome to the Paradigm Oracle. I am Faye, and I have a reading for you today on what makes you beautiful. Now, how this came about is Spirit really put the song Beautiful by Queen Herby in my head, and Spirit really pushed me to do a reading energetically connected to that song. So, for anyone drawn to this reading, please go and listen to the Queen Herby song Beautiful. I will try to remember to put the link in the description below. But specifically, there was this one part of the song that Spirit is really calling me to bring attention to. So basically, she sings, Beautiful, you should know, I think you're beautiful. All your flaws, don't listen to the stupid hoes that try to bring you down. So yeah, it's that part that Spirit really wants to bring attention to everyone. But again, for everyone, if you're drawn to this reading, go and listen to that song because the whole song is a message from Spirit. For those drawn to this reading, now I have 3 crystals here. All of these are rose quartz. This will be for pile 1. I'm not going to pick them up just because this one is going to roll. So if you're drawn to this, this will be for pile 1. This rose quartz will be for pile 2. And then this rose quartz will be for pile 3. Meditate on which crystal you feel most drawn to, and I'll see you at your reading. If you're drawn to more than one pile or all of the piles, feel free to watch all of those. So I will see you in your reading. Hello. If you were drawn to this crystal here, this is your pile. Let me put it right here. And if you didn't watch the intro, I would recommend looking in the description and listening to the song Beautiful by Queen Herby because that was the inspiration from Spirit to create this video. So first go and listen to that song because there are definitely messages for you there from Spirit. But that being said, let's get into your reading. Now, I'm going to be honest, when Spirit calls me to do readings, there's really not much structure to them. It is basically, just start pulling cards and we will go from there. But I think I know how Spirit wants me to do this reading. So we're going to start by pulling tarot. Then I'm going to pull 2 oracle cards and then I'll start the reading. So Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? What makes pile 1 beautiful? Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? Okay, we had some flyers. Should I take these, Spirit? I'm just gonna take that one. I feel like there's one more. I'm feeling one more should be coming out, so Spirit, what makes pile 1 beautiful? What makes pile 1 beautiful? Okay, that one flew out quickly. Okay, so now that the cards are out on the table, what immediately I'm getting is Spirit is saying that Spirit is showing me one of the things that make you beautiful. And when I say beautiful, this is not just aesthetically beautiful. This is talking about from a spiritual sense, like your spirit, your soul. What also makes that beautiful? There is this energy of resilience, um, this energy to overcome constantly, no matter what is happening. Typically, with the Eight of Swords, it talks about kind of being trapped, but not actually being trapped. Um, basically thinking you're trapped when you're not, when you have the control to uh, get away and remove yourself from the situation. But with the Eight of Swords here, what is coming out is like Spirit is showing me that no matter what you're experiencing or what is occurring around you, um, there is this side of you that is able to connect with your inner self, and detach yourself from the situation, so that you're not panicking, you're not overwhelmed. You're able to you're able to I'm hearing prioritize, but that's not exactly the word I'm trying to pull. But you're able to analyze the situation and see, you know, how you can best escape whatever you're experiencing or going through. Um, so that's something that Spirit is saying is very beautiful about you. Um, you're a very compassionate person, but with that compassion, you have a lot of strength. You're not necessarily the type of person who people people can walk on, even though you appear to be that person. Um, and Spirit is showing me like, yeah, Spirit is giving me this feeling of like you're a very kind person, and people see that, and there are people that have been around you that feel like they can take advantage of that because they feel like they can just walk over you and you won't say anything. But then when they try that with you, you straighten them out, you get them together, you let them know that, you know, you're the king. You're the king of cups, right? You're not like a page. Like, you know what's going on. You know when people are taking advantage of you or have that intention. Um, and I feel like you're the person, like, you get that intuitive sense that, oh, this person is not going to be good for me. This person is going to do something that's possibly going to harm or try to take advantage of you. Um, but you don't mistreat them. Um, you still allow everything to take course. Um, I hope I'm making sense. Like, you still allow that narrative to happen. It's just that you know to keep your eye on them, but you don't treat them as if they're different, or like you know that they're going to do this to you. You allow them the opportunity to prove you wrong, to prove your intuition wrong. And then, of course, when they do, you set them straight. You let them know, like, this is not that type of party. You cannot take advantage of me. You cannot disrespect me, and I will not stand for that. So I think that's something that can kind of throw people off about you. But that is something that Spirit finds so beautiful, is that even when you have those inclinations of people being low vibrational or negative or harmful, you still treat people with respect. And then when they cross that line to inappropriate behavior, you call them out at that time because you have the evidence. the physical, tangible evidence. So at that time, that's when you call them out. Now, you are a person that I see who has had a lot of stuff happen to you. You've had a lot of people talk about you. You've had a lot of people betray you. But with that being said, you don't let that stop you from being happy or pursuing your happiness or achieving your happiness. And that's another thing Spirit thinks is so beautiful, is that although you have had so many experiences around people who are, Spirit is saying, like two-faced and things like that, who thought they could take advantage of you or talked about you behind your back, you never let that stop you from achieving your dreams, being happy, being healthy, or at least pursuing those things. Not to say that you haven't been sad or had those moments, but you never allowed them to fully take over you. So Spirit is bringing me to this card here, the Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And I think that's a lot of what Spirit is saying is beautiful about you, is because you do look at other people as if they are a mirror of yourself. And the thing about that is that's why you're able to have so much compassion, even when your intuition tells you like somebody's going to do you dirty. You have compassion because you're giving them the time and the space to prove that wrong, to be a good person. And of course, when that does not occur, that's when you set them straight. But otherwise, you kind of have this mindset of, if you have this mindset of, we all deserve love and respect. And that is what you're going to give others because that's what you expect to receive. And when they step out of line, of course, you let them know, like, no, this is not acceptable. But otherwise, you treat other people's very much like you intend to be treated. So now, Spirit is bringing me to the Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, Scarlet Codes. There is something about your connection to like elder women specifically that Spirit is bringing towards me. There's something about your connection to like divine feminine energy and how you connect with that Spirit thinks is very, very beautiful. For some of you, Spirit is saying specifically like the rose. Excuse me, the rose. Spirit is bringing me to the rose. Like, so you could be connected like either through gardening or specifically how you have flowers in your home or how you connect with flowers. There is also there's this other message that was coming through. So for some of you, it's like through dance. And Spirit keeps saying like some form of a sacred dance that you connect to that is very beautiful. And even for some of you, you may be like, I don't do any type of sacred dance, I just dance regularly. But it's including that. Even if you're not doing some sacred cultural dance, it's something about the way that you move your body and you connect to the divine feminine energy. Like, there's something you're creating when you move your body, and that makes you so beautiful. And for some of you, Spirit is saying like it's literally like swimming. For some of you, like it could be something else athletic that you do, but it's something about the movement of your body that makes you incredibly beautiful. The way you talk to people also, again, makes you beautiful. The way you express yourself to people makes you beautiful. There's a lot of knowledge that you plant into people's heads. Sharing your perspective, that is something that Spirit says makes you beautiful. Yeah. So that is pretty much the message that I am getting today. I hope that gave you some guidance, some, I guess this is a bit of a hype up, gave you a little bit of a hype up and some encouragement to continue along the path that you're currently on. Um, Again, Spirit just wants to let you know that you're an incredibly beautiful person. If you haven't already, go and listen to the Queen Herby song, Beautiful. There's some additional messages from Spirit that song. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank your spiritual team, my spiritual team, Spirit, for coming through with these messages. If you want to like, subscribe, feel free to do so. If you'd like to leave a comment down if you would like to leave a comment down below, feel free to do so as well. Yeah, I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, hello. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose this rough rose quartz crystal, this is your reading. And yeah, if you didn't listen to the intro, I recommend going to listen to the Queen Herby song, Beautiful. I should have left that link in the description. So Spirit has some additional messages in that song. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and start the reading. So with my reading, Spirit really gives me no structure until I literally start the reading. So I think I have a bit of a structure after pile 1. We are basically going to start by pulling some tarot, then I'll pull 2 oracle cards, and then I'll start the reading from there. So let's get into what Spirit thinks is beautiful about you. This is more of a, from a spiritual, this is more of what makes you beautiful spiritually, not so much aesthetically. I mean, unless Spirit wants me to do that, but at least after pile 1, like it's literally just from a spiritual point of view, what makes you beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, what makes pile 2 beautiful? Spirit, what makes pile 2 beautiful? What makes, Spirit, what makes pile 2 beautiful? What makes pile 2 beautiful? So right away, like especially with this first card, like, and I think it might be funny, but the thing that Spirit really loves the most about you is that you're not afraid to, let's just say, get someone together. You're not afraid to fight for what's right. You're not afraid to I'm surprised. Actually, it makes sense with the Judgment card, but what is the name of that card? I'm surprised that the Justice card did not also come out for you, because that's what Spirit is showing me. Like, you're not afraid to be the judge. You're not afraid to you're not afraid to set things right. You're not afraid to put things back in order. You're not afraid to call someone out when they've done something wrong, when they try to start drama. You're not afraid to call them out right away. Like, as soon as you get the first sign of it, you're not afraid to call them out. You're not afraid to speak up for yourself. You're not afraid to speak up for others. Something that is coming, you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, especially when it comes to the people that you care about. When it comes to your friends, when it comes to your family, even if you're not close to like your family, it could be like your chosen family, like people that mean a lot to you. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty to make sure that they're okay and they're taken care of, and anyone who's harmed them has basically reaped the karma, or received their karma, and the scales are balanced. You're not afraid to do what it takes to make the scales balance, even if that means that you get a little bit hurt, or that means like you'll be injured in the process. Like, you really don't care about all of that. All you care about is making sure that there is balance, especially when it comes again to your friends and your family. And honestly, I feel like with you, and even though this says Pleiades, because I think that is definitely significant. I feel like a very strong angel connection with you. I feel there's like an angel. I would not be surprised, honestly. I would not be surprised if you feel strongly connected to Archangel Michael. Because, like, that energy of Archangel Michael is coming through strongly here in this reading. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're strongly connected to them, or you strongly feel called to work with, or just strongly feel connected to Archangel Michael. I also wouldn't be surprised if your name was either Michael or Michelle, or like there's someone significant in your life with those names. But that's something that Spirit does find very beautiful, is just how strongly you feel about making sure everyone in your life, again, your friends and your family, have a fair chance, and that no one undercuts them or takes advantage of them, because you have no problem making sure that those that felt the need to hurt or harm people you love, know that they will not get away with it, especially on your watch. So now I want to go to this Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And I think that's very significant with this, especially with a double mission. You know, as I was shuffling and pulling the cards, I just got this very strong feeling connected to your family. And again, your family doesn't have to be like your biological family, especially if you're a person that does not necessarily connect with or is close to your biological family. But like, this is more of a soul family. So for some of you, your soul family, well, we're all really soul family, but your soul family could be biological family, or it could just be like your chosen family, friends that you've gained along the way that you now just feel as if that as if they're your family, your biological family. There's no difference for you. So with that, like, you, I see a lot of the people that you're really close to, you have had quite a few lifetimes with them. And a lot of you were incarnated in the Pleiades. And I feel, again, a lot of you worked closely with Archangel Michael. A lot of you have like this really strong connection to Archangel Michael. And I think that's why especially you're very passionate about making sure people don't get away with harming others. Um, you're very you're very passionate about, you know, protecting the people around you. And for some of you, I see some others around you who are the same way. It feels like at least three of you. Again, because there's like three cups here, and then even here, there's like three women. I mean, there's two additional here. For some reason, with this, I'm getting like you have a connection to a passed on loved one. Um, and this person could have very well have been kind of the person who either, and this passed on loved one, for some of you, this is a friend. For some of you, this is like actual, like a blood relative. But I do see like they they were kind of the one who encouraged you to be this way, who encouraged you to put in the good fight for others. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you are. This one is very specific, but I'm getting this energy of someone being a lawyer, um, because they want to work like in this social justice part. Um, but that one might be super specific, but I do see for like someone here that is something very important. And I'm not sure, this kind of also feels really connected to this person that has passed on. I don't know if they were unalived due to something having to do with that, but like this energy is coming through that, and this is, no, I was going to say this is more so the friend, but I'm actually feeling it on both parts. But for some of you, it's like with the relative, some of you, they passed um, like naturally, I guess of old age. But for some of you, it feels like they were older, but they passed away like still relatively young. They were older than you, but they passed away relatively young. Um, and something about their passing really encouraged you to be the person that you are now, who wants to make sure that everyone is taken care of and protected. And that's something that not only the spirit is coming through saying that they think it's beautiful, but this person really thinks this is beautiful too, and they admire that, and they admire the fact that instead of letting the grief of losing them consume you, you help that encourage you to become a better person, and to also push other people to be that type of person, and push other people to be accountable for their actions and try to do better going forward. But again, like Spirit is coming through saying like your love of family, your love of your friends is such a beautiful attribute about you, and how much you so deeply care, and you deeply care to the point where, you know, if they're afraid to speak or take up for themselves, like you're the one to open your mouth and do that. And if you see them struggling with it, you're the one to help them, you know, find their voice, even when they're feeling uncomfortable. So yes, that is all I am seeing for your reading. I hope this gave you some encouragement, or hyped you up a bit. Yeah, I think this reading is really just kind of like, honestly, a hype up from Spirit. If you haven't listened to the Queen Herby song Beautiful, go ahead and listen to that, because there's additional message from Spirit in that song. And yeah, I want to thank your spirit team, my spirit team, and Spirit for coming through with these messages. If you want to like, subscribe, feel free to do so. If you want to leave some comments down below, go right ahead. Yeah, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Hello. If you chose this rose quartz egg, I don't know why. I totally had a brain lapse there, but if you chose this is your reading. Let's see if we can get it to stay here without like rolling, even though it might roll during the reading, but that's okay. Yeah, if you didn't listen to the intro, please listen to the Queen Herby song Beautiful. There's some additional messages from Spirit there. I should have linked that in the description. Yeah, so what I found with the previous two piles is basically this is just a hype up from Spirit. Yeah, Spirit basically wants to hype you up and let you know what is beautiful about you. So how we're going to do this is I'm going to pull some tarot cards, and I'm going to pull 2 oracles, and then we are going to start the reading from there. So Spirit, what is beautiful about pile 3? What is beautiful about pile 3, Spirit? What is beautiful about pile 3? What is beautiful about pile 3, Spirit? What is beautiful about pile 3? What is beautiful about pile 3? Can I have one more, please? Oops, that's 2 more. I have 1 more card here. I keep wanting to sing the song. Beautiful, you should know. I think you're beautiful. All you flaws, don't listen to the stupid hoes that try to bring you down. It's funny, like I wasn't really feeling like singing that song during the other groups for whatever reason, but like it's really coming through in this group. So I don't know if you've heard this song before. Okay, so already one thing that Spirit is kind of giving me is that like you, Spirit thinks it's beautiful how you know when the time is right to say certain things. You know how to use your talents. You know how to tap in, or what to tap in when it's needed. Because what I'm getting, so it's funny because like technically in all of these cards, everything except the wands is represented. Because there is cups in the temperance card here, and that's why I say that. Like you know how to use your words. That's something that is coming through. Like you're really good with using your words. And you know when to oversell, and you know when you need to pull back a little bit. I'm getting this energy of like you're getting really good at understanding manifestations too. It's something that you're not completely comfortable with, but it's something that you're starting to really get your footing in. Of course, when we talk about, let's say like pentacles in general, that suit it's like the slowest moving suit when we're talking about energetically. But, and I think for you, that's something that's hard to grasp in a way, but it's something that you're starting to get more of an understanding with, and you're starting to get more comfortable with. Like one thing that Spirit is saying is like they like how you can be like a fast talker, like you're very persuasive. It's very evident that you, or at least it comes across to other people, that you know what you're talking about and you know what to say to get what you want. But again, to go back to like manifesting things, so like you're good at getting with what you want, but sometimes it's like understanding that sometimes getting what you want takes a little bit of time. So for you, that's just something that you're getting comfortable with. And I think that's also probably why, again, like as far as like the other cards outside of the Magician, that's why there is no wands here. Because when we think of the wands, if I remember correctly, I believe wands is technically like the fastest energetically as far as like in tarot, the fastest suit. So for you, understanding that a lot of the things that you manifest they're not going to come to you super quickly, no matter how persuasive you are. But you're, again, becoming more comfortable with that. And you're in a place where you're understanding of why it is necessary for the things that you want to come at a slower pace than you would like them to. But another thing is, Spirit thinks it's beautiful that, especially now in this point where you seem to be comfortable with the fact that things don't manifest super quickly, um, they like that you're leaning into that, and you're just becoming comfortable again. You're becoming comfortable with what you are capable of and using those tools. Because it feels like maybe at one point you were kind of pushing back, but it feels as if right now Spirit is saying, like, you finally understand, like, that there's no need to rush. There's no need to rush to receive anything. And it feels as if, like, that lifted a lot of weight off of your shoulder, because before you're like, oh, I'm doing something wrong, and now you see that you're not doing something wrong, you're doing everything right. It's just that certain things take time. So in that space where you're waiting, Spirit is saying, like, they think it's beautiful that you've understood that lesson, you've integrated that lesson, and instead of pushing like you did before, you're now just enjoying the ride. You're enjoying the time. You're utilizing that time to make space for whatever is coming into your life, or to enjoy that space has not been filled yet, and enjoying the freedom as far as time that comes with it. So, like, I guess an example would be like if you're like out of work, um, instead of stressing about, oh, I need to get a job, I need to get a job. So you're doing everything right, you're applying to jobs, you're looking for jobs, but then you're not stressing that you don't have it yet. You understand and you trust that, Spirit is creating the right job for you. And for now, you're going to keep doing your due diligence, as far as what you can do. And then outside of that, you are just simply going to enjoy that you have the freedom of time right now to do whatever you want outside of having to go to a job. So basically, you're appreciating your free time. And it's so funny. Spirit is bringing me to this, like the clarity, morning dew, clarity, a fresh start, a positive outlook, and that's something that Spirit is saying is so beautiful. Is that you do have that clarity now of how things are working, how your manifestations are working, how your spiritual abilities are working, how you can use those. And it's changed your outlook. Like, you're no longer seeing it as, I'm not doing something right, something is missing, I need to do more, I need to do more. And Spirit is like, you're finally seeing that you're doing what you're supposed to do, and the rest is left up to Spirit. And they want you to continue in that space. So, and now Spirit is bringing me back to the song, like the part where it's like, um, don't listen to the stupid hoes that try to bring you down. So it feels like there could still be, or there could have been people that got into your head telling you that you need to do more, telling you that you're not doing enough when you are already doing so much. So it's like Spirit is saying, the beautiful thing is you've gotten to a point. The beautiful thing is you've gotten to a point where you know who you are, you know, you're so connected to your intuition, you're so connected to Spirit that you can see where these negative thoughts or negative conversations that people bring to you are coming from, and you're able to detach yourself away from that and understand that their perspective has nothing to do with them and everything to do with their own experience. And that is not, you're not allowing that. You're not allowing their thoughts and opinions to hinder you from trusting where Spirit is leading you, from trusting where your intuition is leading you. So Spirit thinks that is so beautiful that you're so tapped into yourself. Or if you're not even at this point, you're headed to this point where you're starting to realize these people are giving me information based off of their life and their experience, but they don't have the knowledge and the outlook that I have, that Spirit has given me, that my higher self has given me, to understand the road that I'm going on. So for some of you, you may not be here yet, but for some of you, you are here, and Spirit thinks this is so beautiful. For those that are not here yet, Spirit thinks it's beautiful that you're on the path to becoming the person that is so tapped into your higher self, to your intuition, to Spirit, that you know where you need to go, what you need to do, and you know to detach yourself from other people's opinions trying to drag you down and pull you off course, because a lot of these people do not have the intention to do that. It's just that based off of, again, their own life experience, they think what, from their outlook, what they're telling you is the best course of action. But again, for some of you, you already know where you need to go, what you need to do. So you listen to them, but you allow it to go in one ear and go out the other, and you don't allow it to stop you. Yes. So that is the message that I have for you, pile 3. I hope this encouraged you. I hope this was a nice little hype up for you. Again, if you haven't listened to the Qveen Herby song, beautiful, go ahead and listen to it. The link should be in the description below for an additional message from Spirit. I want to thank your spirit guides, my spirit guides, and Spirit for coming through with these messages. If you want to like, subscribe, feel free to do so. You want to leave a comment down below, go right ahead. Was there anything else? Not that I can think of, but so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.